Okay, welcome back to Majora's Mask. In the last part, we came up here and got the heart piece that was up here, using the Scarecrow song, some magic beans, and some other stuff that we got along our adventure. And in this part, we're going to be going around and getting another piece of heart. Sorry about that. So first, we're going to head to Clocktown. No, wait, this is the wrong way. Never mind. Actually, I might as well just go put these 19 rupees into the bank along the way. This time, I'm sure we're not going to be needing them anymore this time. So where we're actually going this time is the laundry pool, and we're going to want to pull out the Don Garot's mask. If you remember right, we talked to a frog in Great Bay Temple saying that he will go to the mountains if springtime comes. And the first time we beat Goat, there was a frog at the mountains who said something about how the choir needs to assemble and then they can play again. And this mask basically makes them think that we're the leader of said choir. So we want to go around and talk to all the frogs across the world, which I believe there are 5. So he's going to go to the mountains when spring comes. The next one is... Where is that? Oh yeah. Last one's in Southern Swamp. Or the next one's in Southern Swamp. There's still one more after this one. This one is actually kind of hard to find if you don't know what you're doing, so I'm just going to show walking over to it. Because you never actually have to go to this area outside of the boat cruise, so it's kind of weird where it is. So you have to hop across these lily pads past the entrance to the potion shop this time and just keep going over this way. As you can see, the frog's right there on this log. Alright, so he's going to go to the mountains when spring comes, and now the final one, besides the one who's already in Snowhead when we make it spring, is in... He's in the Woodfall Temple, right, so warp over to Woodfall. Here we are at Woodfall. I'm just going to pause it when I enter the temple because I don't think anyone wants to watch that cutscene again, and I do have a time limit here, so hold on. Alright, we're back at Woodfall Temple now. As you can see here, since we've already been back in here once, the way to Adola will be open again now that we have his remains. At least I think we've been back here once, or maybe it does that automatically, I don't know. But what we're going to want to do is go back to the Gecko's room, which was... Well, we can get around a lot easier now that we have the bow, and we can actually just fix all the water with the fire arrows if we want to, I guess, but we don't really need to do that. going to do is head into this room. It's another interesting thing about Majora's Mask, is it makes you revisit the dungeons occasionally when most Zeldas don't do that. I think the only other one that ever did that was Skyward Sword. I guess there was that secret room in Link's Awakening in the first dungeon, but that's not really that interesting. Not going to bother with that chest because we're only going to be here a few minutes. Since we already have the bow, we can activate this lift immediately. Fortunately, we're going to have to wait for this to go all the way back up and down. Back in here. And there's the gecko again. He's basically just going to fall like a stack of dominoes because we have all the upgraded equipment now. Ice arrows do the same damage as fire arrows, it's just that they don't light up torches, they freeze water. Gotta wait for him to stop, remember? Also remember, there's a little bit more of a delay with the magic arrows, which I keep forgetting about. Oh, damn. Well, I guess that shows that off about a mini-boss that we fought a long time ago. He can actually get back on the turtle if you suck as bad as I do. What the heck is he? That's enough of this. I think the fire arrows move faster anyway. Yeah, fire arrows move a lot faster than the ice arrows. So use those. Okay, where is that frog? There he is. Let's pull out our Don Garot's mask. So he's gonna go to the mountains in spring too, and here's something I never showed off. Play the song of... If you play the Song of Soaring in a dungeon, you can warp to the entrance. Pretty useful for a certain later dungeon, but we haven't really been using it thus far. And gee, I wonder which later dungeon it's gonna be. It's not like there's only one left or anything. So now we're gonna be soaring over to Snowhead. Well, I don't think everyone needs to see me walk all the way back up to the entrance, so I'm just going to pause the video till I'm over there. Alright, here we are back inside Snowhead Temple. I know we've already showed this, but I just want to unpause the video at risk of it ending again. So let's warp back into Goat's room. This is the last time we're going to be fighting this boss. You have to fight, if you want 100%, you have to fight this boss. Well, in theory, you only need to fight him once, but it's very difficult to only do that. It needs to be at least twice, but usually 3 times. And let's unfreeze him again. And, as you might notice, I've complained about this already, but in the 3DS version, you're supposed to attack his glowy eye and not just ram into him. I really don't like how they changed that, blah blah blah. I already said this. Whatever. A lot more powerful now. He shouldn't be too hard. Just going to finish this boss off quickly because I can use the Gilded Sword, which will do a lot more damage than the Goron punches. So I'm going to pause the video until he's done. So, and Goat is down. Only took a couple of hits with the Gilded Sword. A couple of jump attacks, rather. So, let's get out of here and talk to the last frog to claim our prize for gathering all of them, pretty much. Uh-oh. Hold on, I'm gonna pause the video for just a minute. Okay, sorry about that. Just a little bit of background noise, but not going to be happening again for now. Let's just, as you can see, all the frogs are here, so let's pull out the Dun Girl's mask and talk to them one more time. Lost a little weight again. Let's begin our chorus. Okay, then. By the way, these frogs are the Termina version of the frogs in the Zora River in Ocarina of Time. Forgot to mention that. But there's one other thing we can do here now that Snowhead is purified real quick, and it involves the Zora mask. Kind of weird how they put this particular thing here because, you know, requires the Zora mask, and you can still hear the little frog song from over here. But whatever. What you have to do now is come over this way. You might remember that there was a chest underwater in this water that you could see through the ice when it was still frozen. Get to it by turning into Zora and opening it here. Alright, that's another piece of art. And I don't think there's any more that we can do on this 3-day cycle. Oh, come on, there's Skullfish here, too. Ah, those stupid Skullfish. I don't like them very much, as you can probably could have guessed by now. But I think that is a long enough part for now. I am going to warp back to Clogtown, save, and then think about any other things that we can collect before resetting time, and if not, we'll do that at the beginning of next episode. So, see you then.